Hey everyone, it's Josh from Blockchain DXB and today is the 14th of May 2026 and so far the price of Bitcoin on the global cryptocurrency market is concerned Satoshi. Since the last 24 hours it has marginally fallen down and look, the reason is pretty simple. President Donald Trump right now is in China and he's negotiating certain deals with China and at this point of time we are waiting for some clarity, isn't it? Some are right in saying because of that, the prices of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies have marginally fallen down Satoshi.
Right, George. That market movement is definitely notable, and we'll be getting into why those kinds of political discussions can have such an effect, along with other factors impacting the market. It's key to look at the big picture.
Now it's great that you said that there are different factors that are taken into consideration, so 100% agree to it. Now in today's episode, Satoshi, we have 4 macro level news. The first news that we're going to be discussing is regarding the Federal Reserve Board, and now we have a new chair, isn't it? So do you want to tell our listeners what is it that we are going to be discussing regarding this news later on in today's episode?
Absolutely, George. We'll be examining how the new chair's policies could potentially influence interest rates and financial regulations, which indirectly affects the broader crypto space.
You're absolutely correct, Satoshi. And Kevin Walsh, he's going to be the new chair. And look, as he's a massive advocate of President Donald Trump. But as Satoshi mentioned, it's going to be really interesting to see for political reason if he does decide to go ahead and reduce the interest rate. Now the next news is another interesting news, and this is connected to Bitcoin Suisse, and they have received an approval license in Bermuda, so we'll definitely go ahead and delve into that. Now the third news, Satoshi, we're going to be talking about is all the way from the Bank of England, and here's the thing guys, the Bank of England is accepting application that is connected to stablecoin. Now this news is definitely a massive news, Satoshi, and a listener should know that the Bank of Governor, that is David Bailey, he's not a massive fan of Bitcoin as such, but he's a massive advocate of cryptocurrencies, so the Bank of England accepting applications in the world of stablecoin is definitely a massive deal, and it does have a domino effect on other countries as well, right?
Precisely, George. The Bank of England's stance could set a precedent, potentially encouraging other central banks to consider similar frameworks for stablecoins, which could boost their adoption and legitimacy. It's a development we'll keep a close eye on. And we've got one more item to cover today, right?
That is correct, Satoshi, and this is all the way from England once again. And look, Satoshi, according to me, Nigel Farage is definitely going to become the next Prime Minister. And right now, the current Prime Minister is on the verge of resigning. But here's the thing, Satoshi, there's a bit of drama regarding crypto donations that is connected to Nigel Farage. So we'll definitely go ahead and delve into what the details is. Now look, according to me, this is definitely a political move. But we'll definitely go ahead and explore the finer details regarding this news. So it looks like, Satoshi, we have quite a lot of interesting things to cover in today's episode. And like we do in every Blockchain DXB podcast, Satoshi, we will be looking at 2 news from Dubai, UAE and the Middle East. Now both the news are in the world of artificial intelligence. The first news, Satoshi, I thought, let's go ahead and discuss it because it is all the way from the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. And the news essentially is that high-tech AI, they're expanding the Saudi market proposition with sustainability and ESG consultancy. Really important news. Now the second news, Satoshi, is from the Emirate of Abu Dhabi. And the news is that Sorbonne University Abu Dhabi, they have announced a strategic collaboration with Sal.ai, and this is to advance AI innovation in the United Arab Emirates. So really important news. And look, as I've always said this, when it comes to artificial intelligence, Middle Eastern countries are definitely taking leaps and bounds. Saudi Arabia in particular is definitely taking the lead. And so far as the Emirate of Abu Dhabi is concerned, Satoshi, they are pioneers in the world of artificial intelligence. So it looks like, Satoshi, we have quite a lot of interesting things to cover in today's episode. But before we go ahead and do that, a quick word from our sponsors. Hey everyone, this episode is powered by a new sponsor, that is Amana. And they are the region's first and fastest growing regulated all-in-one trading and investing app. So look, as whether you're looking into investing in US stocks like Apple or Tesla, or mega giants like ADNOC or Salik, Amana puts the financial markets on your fingertips. It includes gold, foreign exchange, ETFs, futures, commodities, and guess what guys, they have over 375 cryptocurrencies, and this makes them the biggest crypto selection in the region. Now for the Blockchain DXB listeners guys, if you want to go ahead and build long-term wealth without thinking about it every day, explore Amana's pre-built auto investment plans, and all you have to do is set your monthly budget, choose your preferred asset category, and let Amana automate the investing for you. Zero fees, zero lockups, 100% customizable. And here's the thing guys, funding your account is easier than ever. You can fund your account with Apple Pay, Google Pay, credit cards, instant bank deposits, and even crypto wallets. No friction and no hassles. And the best part is, guys, let's say if you need support, you would absolutely love Amana for this, because they offer 24/6 human customer service, as well as a personalized sales support, real people, real help, and the customer support is in English as well as in Arabic. And for the Blockchain DXB listener and community, guys, I do have something really exclusive for you. What you can do is register with Amana using the code Blockchain DXB, or you can also use the link that is in the show notes below. And here's the best part, guys. Once you register, fund your account with a minimum of $100 and at least go ahead and make one trade, and then you'll receive a $100 trading bonus credit to your account the following month. But look, guys, it's real important to note, the bonus is non-withdrawable. It is there to help you trade and learn. So look, guys, if you're looking for a transparent, powerful and easy to use app, that's Amana for you. So what are you waiting for, guys? Download the app now, or you can also visit the website that is amana.app, and don't forget to use the code Blockchain DXB. And Amana, guys, is all markets one app. Next, guys, I'm happy to announce that Blockchain DXB is the official media partner with one of the OGs in the cryptocurrency and blockchain event space, and that is Blockchain Futuristic Conference taking place in Florida this year, as well as ETH Women taking place simultaneously. And trust me, guys, this is an event that you don't want to miss, isn't it? Because for the very first time, North America's most immersive Web3 event is heading to the United States of America, and the Blockchain Futurist Conference and ETH Women event is actually taking place between the 5th and 6th of November. And the location is absolutely stunning, guys. It is taking place at Guitar Hotel at Hard Rock, which is in Hollywood, Florida. That's right, guys. Palm trees, panels, and the biggest mind in blockchain and cryptocurrency is all in one place. So there will be multi-stage panels, NFT galleries, DeFi showcases, hand-on tech demos, metaverse experiences, even outdoor VIP cabanas, and quite a lot more. And the Guitar Hotel at Hard Rock, guys, is one of the most iconic venues in the country. So look, guys, if you're in the Web3 space, cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, or even artificial intelligence space, or just want to do some serious networking, this is the place that you got to be. And to all of you Blockchain DXB listeners, guys, we have something really interesting for you, because you can get a 25% off the tickets. So just use the code DXB25, and the link to the event as well as the code is in the show notes below. And as an official media partner, I'll be doing exclusive live coverage, interviews, behind the scenes access, and I will be spotlighting some of the most exciting projects shaping the future of decentralized finance tech. So if you're at the venue, guys, definitely come and say hi. Maybe we can catch up for a coffee as well. So listen, guys, the code is DXB25, and by using this code you will be eligible for a 25% discount. And the event is taking place between the 5th and 6th of November 2025 at the iconic Guitar Hotel at Hard Rock, that is in Hollywood, Florida. And in the show notes below, guys, there's all contact details for Blockchain Futuristic Conference Florida 2025, as well as ETH Women. And look, guys, this is the future of blockchain technology brought into life. So don't just read about it. Be there and head to the website that is futuristconference.com and go ahead and use the code DXB25. So see you at the event. Next, Advanced Media. Advanced Media, guys, is the largest distributor of professional video, photo, broadcast and cinematic equipment and accessories in the Middle East and MENA region. With over 2 decades of experience, Advanced Media is now the largest distributor in the Middle East, representing more than 100 recognizable brands, including brands such as Zeiss, DJI, Hasselblad, Red and Rode. As a matter of fact, guys, the very mic that I'm recording is being sponsored by Advanced Media as well, and Advanced Media has showrooms in Saudi Arabia and services as well. Looks like they're definitely taking the Middle East by storm. And here's the beautiful thing, guys, they're taking corporate social responsibility very seriously, and they're focusing on 3 P's, that is people, planet and prosperity. Now listen, guys, if you do want to find out more information regarding the statement of corporate social responsibility, check out the website that is www.amt.tv. And here's the beautiful thing, guys, they also want to be a leader and set an example and reputation as a pioneer and member of the community. And in doing so, guys, they also have an AMT scholarship with SAE Institute in Dubai, UAE. So definitely check it out. And also, guys, Advanced Media is committed to persistently developing, organizing, and hosting training workshops, seminars, and community events that educate, inform, and familiarize consumers with new equipment and the latest technological advances. So listen, guys, do one thing. If you do want to support this channel, go to the website that is www.amt.tv and follow the social media channels as well. All of the details are in the show notes below. Next, Startup OI is global one-tech platform for tech. It offers global high-paying tech jobs with flexibility in working time and location, global free tech events, and tech networks to connect with global like-minded engineers. A brilliant platform to listen to the tech experts in Metaverse and to grab their insights. Now listen, all you have to do is download the app Startup OI. If you're using an Android version, go to Google Store and App Store for iOS devices. Alternatively, you can also click on the show notes below to download Startup OI. Next, guys, listen, if you're into fitness, if you're into adventure, if you want to do something wild but still want to keep your health in check, there is a new podcast in town, a podcast focusing on obstacle course race in the Middle East. The podcast is called the Race Pace Podcast. So check out the Race Pace Podcast across all leading platforms. And the Race Pace Podcast is a peer-to-peer community-driven podcast where they talk all about obstacle course race in the Middle East, from Sandstorm to Spartan Race, from Tough Mudder to Desert Warrior Challenge, and also the Government Gulf Games, and quite a lot more. The podcast has interviews with athletes locally and internationally to get inside scoop on how athletes prepare for obstacle course race. In the podcast, they also talk about interesting stories on why they are motivated to do obstacle course race. And that's not all. They also plan to release 7 NFTs. And these NFTs are no ordinary. These NFTs will represent every emirate in the UAE. And listen guys, these NFTs are going to be absolutely massive. So do one thing, go to Spotify, go to iTunes, go to any leading podcasting platform, check out the Race Pace Podcast across all leading platforms. And finally guys, not your keys, not your crypto. If you have dabbled with cryptocurrencies and now are seriously getting to protect your cryptocurrencies, there is no better way to protect it by using a hardware wallet, and this is where Ledger Wallet kicks in. And Ledger Wallets are hardware cryptocurrency wallets made by Ledger, a company headquartered in Paris, France. And Ledger's hardware wallets are multi-currency wallets that are used to store private keys for cryptocurrencies offline. And Ledger offers 2 hardware wallets, the Ledger Nano and Ledger Nano X wallets. They are world-class experts with extensive crypto security backgrounds. They continuously look for vulnerabilities in Ledger products in a constant effort to improve the level of security. Now, in today's world, securing these digital assets is a critical challenge, and this is where Ledger kicks in. So click the link below to buy your hardware wallet and support this podcast. It is a brilliant way to support this podcast. So what are you waiting for? The link is in the show notes below.
Now guys, since you've taken care of that, let's quickly run to the global cryptocurrency market. Now the global cryptocurrency market Satoshi since the last 24 hours has marginally fallen down. Today it is at $2.74 trillion. Yesterday it was at $2.77 trillion. And what I'm really not liking Satoshi in midweek, the 24-hour volume of cryptocurrencies is below the $100 billion mark. It is only at $94.2 billion. But here's the thing guys, the matrix that is connected to decentralized exchanges and looking at that great, it is only at $5.99 billion. And the total fees connected for these transactions is below the $60 million mark. It is only at $59.23 million. Now what is disappointing Satoshi is the total value locked. It is only at $85.11 billion. And one matrix Satoshi which I keep an eye on is the decentralized exchange ratio dominance. To date is only at 20.10%. This dominance should be higher, isn't it Satoshi? Cause look, we are harping so much about the benefits of decentralized or distributed exchanges, but looks like the number of people using that is only 20.10%. What is your take Satoshi regarding this particular number? This number should around be 60 to 80% or even higher, isn't it?
You're right, George. That dominance percentage does seem lower than expected, given the emphasis on decentralization in the space. It suggests that while decentralized exchanges offer benefits, the majority of users are still primarily utilizing centralized platforms. That could be due to factors like user experience, liquidity, or range of available assets. It highlights an area for potential growth and development in the decentralized exchange sector.
I definitely think Satoshi user experience is definitely a big area. But along with that, what about regulatory aspect? Now look, when you talk about decentralized exchanges, regulators will be trying to stay away from it, isn't it?
That's often true. The non-custodial nature of decentralized exchanges makes it harder for regulatory bodies to apply traditional compliance measures, which can indeed create challenges for oversight. They're still trying to find the right approach.
Now, along with the volume of decentralized exchanges being low Satoshi, the digital asset treasury inflows has gone down as well. To date, it is down to $3.42 billion. Now, this matrix is connected to businesses that buy a lot of cryptocurrency tokens, and I'm only talking about tokens that is connected to proof-of-stake tokens. Now this particular matrix Satoshi consecutively has been going down since October of 2025. Let's see if this particular matrix increase. To date is only at $3.42 billion. But here's the thing Satoshi, if you look at ETF related information, unfortunately there is significant amount of outflows and this is accounting to $660.7 million. Now look, when there is outflows in the world of crypto ETFs, it does give a very strong indication as to what the market sentiment is, right?
That's correct, George. The consistent outflows and decreasing inflows indicate a more cautious sentiment among institutional investors, potentially reflecting uncertainty about broader economic conditions or specific crypto asset performance. This trend is definitely something to monitor alongside other market indicators.
Absolutely, and in the Blockchain DXB podcast, we'll definitely go ahead and delve into that. Now look, guys, what I'd really urge you to do is keep a track on what the ETF inflows and outflows is. And I'm pretty much sure as and when we get any information regarding what is going on between US and China, these market sentiments will be reflecting accordingly. Now look, President Donald Trump is kind of like the king of making deals, so I wouldn't be surprised over the weekend. These outflows will eventually change to inflows, but let's see guys how the market will be reacting to geopolitical news. Now what I want you to do is Satoshi, I want you to read out the matrix that is connected to decentralized exchanges. So why don't you do one thing? Why don't you read out the matrix for Uniswap, PancakeSwap, Aerodrome, Orca and Good5 for our listeners, please?
Certainly, George. Focusing on those decentralized exchange platforms, the 24-hour volume for Uniswap is $1.35 billion. PancakeSwap is $816.83 million. Aerodrome is $498.65 million. Orca is $320.37 million. And Good5 is $286.63 million. Keeping an eye on these figures can certainly give us a sense of platform activity.
You're absolutely correct, Satoshi. And here's the thing, guys. If you look at the volume of decentralized exchanges, the numbers have been absolutely dreadful. Now, unfortunately, guys, the volume of stablecoins isn't looking that great either. The volume of Tether USDT is only at $80.78 billion. Circle USDC looks like it had a phenomenal 2 weeks, but after that its matrix has fallen down. To date is back to normal once again and its volume is only at $11.54 billion. FDUSD guys is at number 3rd, but its 24-hour volume is only $379.29 million. Now why don't you do one thing, Satoshi? Why don't you read out the matrix that is connected to Bitcoin and Ethereum for our listeners? And I'm talking about its market cap, 24-hour trading volume and dominance, because looks like Ethereum's dominance has taken a massive hit since the last 24 hours, isn't it?
Right, George. It is notable. For Bitcoin, the market cap is $1.59 billion. The 24-hour trading volume is $36.32 billion, and dominance stands at 58.30%. Looking at Ethereum, the market cap is $274.11 billion. The 24-hour trading volume is $15.82 billion, and its dominance is 9.94%.
Thank you so much for that. Now look, Satoshi, on a positive side, the prices are falling down. You're kind of okay if the dominance is falling down as well, isn't it?
That's one way to look at it, George. A decrease in dominance during price drops can indicate that the market is diversifying, with investors potentially moving into other altcoins, which could spread risk, or rather than being overly focused on a single cryptocurrency. There's always a dynamic at play.
Now let me quickly run to the matrix that is connected to Binance because it is still at number 3rd and its market cap is at $90.29 billion. But here's the thing, guys, if you look at its 24-hour trading volume, it is only at $1.76 billion. Now look, Satoshi, every day in the Blockchain DXB podcast, we tend to look at one new matrix, isn't it? Today, what I want you to do is, I want you to read out the matrix that is connected to RWA protocols. So why don't you tell our listeners what the market cap is, and then read out the matrix of the top 5 platforms for our listeners, please.
Understood, George. The current market cap for RWA protocols is $10.6 billion, which reflects a slight change in the last 24 hours. Regarding the top 5 platforms, Chainlink's market cap is $7.48 billion. Ondo is $1.88 billion. Zebec Network is $335 million. Maple Finance is $269.87 million. And Centrifuge is $163.21 million. Those are the key figures for those projects at the moment.
There is a massive difference between the first and the 5th one, isn't it, Satoshi?
That's correct. The valuation gap between Chainlink and Centrifuge is substantial.
Now let's do one thing, Satoshi. Let's go to look at the king of all kings, that is Bitcoin. So why don't you do one thing? Why don't you tell our listeners what the price of Bitcoin is, what is going on since the last 24 hours and 7 days, and then do the same thing for Ethereum and Ripple for our listeners, please.
Sure, George. Let me go ahead and read out all the metrics for you. Bitcoin's price is $78,680, with a 24-hour change of plus 0.33% and a 7-day change of plus 0.66%. Ethereum's price is $2,329, with a 24-hour change of plus 0.69% and a 7-day change of plus 0.69%. And Ripple's XRP price is $1.39, showing a 24-hour change of plus 0.11% and a 7-day change of minus 2.39%.
Well, thank you so much for that. But here's the thing, guys, if you look at the fear and greed index, right now still it is at neutral, but few days ago the number was at 55. Today they're still at neutral, but the number is at 47. Now, regarding President Donald Trump's visit to China, Satoshi, do you want to tell our listeners how long will the visit actually take place? And what are the deals that they are going to be talking about? And more importantly, regarding Operation Epic Fury, do you see any potential outcome where President Donald Trump might be forcing China to go ahead and intervene, possibly in a positive way?
Sure, George. Let me address those points specifically. Regarding the visit, President Trump is scheduled for a 3-day trip to China. As for forcing China to intervene, the dynamic could unfold by the U.S. leveraging strong economic pressure, perhaps with tariffs or trade restrictions, creating a situation where China has no choice but to negotiate favorably on issues like regional stability or currency policies to avoid further economic damage. This approach would fall under Operation Epic Fury's intent. Is that what you were looking for?
It's really hard to say at this point of time, Satoshi, but look, what I'd really urge our listeners to do is go ahead and follow President Donald Trump through social, because the moment there is any update regarding it, President Donald Trump will be posting it over there, and then mainstream media, they'll be putting out a completely fake narrative, isn't it? Now look, Satoshi, based on my honest experience, President Donald Trump will definitely come out with a great deal, and he's taken Elon Musk, and he's also taken the CEO of Nvidia, that is Jensen Huang, and along with that, a lot of key and influential people are joining him as well. So what I feel is that, Satoshi, the moment we get any update regarding the meeting, the outcome of it will definitely be impacting Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies in a positive way, isn't it?
That's a compelling point, George. If key figures are involved and the public perceives it as a significant positive development, it could indeed boost market confidence and have a favorable impact on prices. It shows how sentiment can be influenced by these high-profile interactions. We'll continue to track the news closely.
Now, as in when we get any update regarding the China meeting, Satoshi, we will definitely go ahead and discuss it in the Blockchain DXB podcast. Now let's go ahead and delve into the news that is connected to Federal Reserve Board Chair. And now there's going to be a new chair, that is Kevin Walsh, and he has replaced two-late Jerome Powell. Now look, Satoshi, your listeners should know that Kevin Walsh is seen as more aligned with President Donald Trump, and he's often pushed for low interest rates, even as inflation has been rising due to US-Israel conflict with Iran. Now look, Satoshi, this month there is no FOMC announcement, but next month, I believe towards the second or third week, there is going to be a FOMC announcement, isn't it? Now, based on your experience, Satoshi, how much of an impact do you think the Federal Reserve Board Chair has in order to go ahead and make decisions regarding the interest rate? Because if I'm not mistaken, the FOMC committee does have other governors as well, isn't it? So how much of an impact do you think Kevin Walsh should actually have in order to go ahead and reduce the interest rate?
Sure, George. Looking at the Federal Reserve, while Kevin Walsh as new chair would definitely play a significant role, the power is actually distributed within the entire committee. The chair influences the discussion and agenda, but decisions are made through a collective vote that includes other governors and regional presidents. Historically, this tends to lead to more consensual decisions rather than a single person pushing personal policies, especially with complex economic pressures. We'll certainly watch for shifts in the consensus. We'll keep tracking all the developments.
And one of the reasons why, Satoshi, we wanted to talk about this is because, let's say at the next FOMC announcement, if they do decide to go ahead and reduce the interest rate, that'll definitely have a positive impact on the price of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, isn't it?
That's the general understanding, George. Lower interest rates often make borrowing cheaper, which can encourage investment and risk on assets like cryptocurrencies. So any indication of a rate cut could certainly boost prices. However, the market doesn't always react predictably, as other economic factors come into play simultaneously.
Now, we'll definitely keep a close watch on these developments, and we'll definitely go ahead and update our listeners on the Blockchain DXB podcast. Now, let's do one thing, Satoshi. Let's go ahead and discuss the next news. And looks like the Bermuda Monetary Authority, they have given a regulatory approval to Bitcoin Suisse AG, isn't it? So do you want to tell our listeners why this news is so important, please?
Certainly, George. I'll explain why that announcement is significant. The Bermuda Monetary Authority has granted Bitcoin Suisse AG 2 approvals, enabling them to offer regulated crypto asset management and investment advisory services to institutional and professional clients through their Bermuda entity. The firm sees this as a key step in its global expansion strategy, specifically targeting wealthy individuals, family offices, and corporate clients across regions. It also highlights Bermuda's strong crypto regulatory framework.
Well, thank you so much for that. Now, when you talk about impact, Satoshi, how much of an impact do you think this could actually have, not just on the Bitcoin world, but also on the cryptocurrency market?
That move could have a notable impact. By providing regulated asset management and advice to institutions, it helps bridge the gap between traditional finance and the digital asset space, potentially legitimizing the market further and encouraging more significant capital to flow in, not just for Bitcoin, but for the entire ecosystem. It reflects growing institutional interest in a regulated environment.
Well, thank you so much for that. And look, as at a macro level, things are definitely shaping out better than ever before. And according to me, it is only because of President Donald Trump. He is definitely taking a positive stance regarding Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, isn't it? Now let's do one thing, Satoshi. Let's go and look at two news in the United Kingdom. The first one is regarding the Bank of England. And here's the thing, guys. The Bank of England said it views stablecoin as a new form of money. And they plan to start accepting applications from stablecoin issuers by the end of 2026. And they also said it is not choosing between stablecoins and tokenized deposits yet, but both could play important roles in the future financial systems. And they also said that large systemic stablecoins used widely by payments will be regulated by the Bank of England, while smaller ones will actually fall under FCA, that is Financial Conduct Authority, and official skies. They also said that United Kingdom wants to support innovation, while at the same time making sure stablecoins remain secure, trusted and properly regulated. Now look, Satoshi, according to me, this move is more connected to the Labour Party in the United Kingdom, isn't it? And the current governor of Bank of England is definitely not a fan of Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, but he's advocating for stable coins. Some are right in saying that the administration regarding the Bank of England, they are more politically aligned, or do you think they are political?
Sure, George. Your question is definitely important. Considering the Bank of England, they typically operate with a mandate focused on monetary stability and financial regulation, aiming for independence from partisan politics. While their decisions naturally interact with government policies, their actions are broadly guided by economic data and statutory objectives, rather than overt political alignment. Therefore, I would say they are not politically aligned. That's my view on the matter.
Now, what you're saying does make a lot of sense in theory, Satoshi, but in reality, I'm pretty much sure they're politically aligned, isn't it? And I'm pretty much sure people in UK are definitely aware about it. Now, the reason why I thought about politics is because the next news that we're going to be talking about is also connected to politics, and this is connected to cryptocurrencies. And the news, Satoshi, is that UK's next Prime Minister, that is Nigel Farage, is currently under investigation by the UK Parliamentary Standards Watchdog, and this is over $5 million gift from crypto billionaire that is Christopher Harbour. Now here's the important thing to note, Satoshi. He did actually make it clear that what he's received is definitely not illegal, and it is definitely within the jurisdiction. Now regarding the money, Satoshi, it is important to note the money was actually received in early 2024, and this was before Nigel Farage became a member of parliament, but he is now accused of not declaring it properly as required by common rules. Now the probe actually checks if Nigel Farage broke the code of conduct for member of parliament, but here's the thing, Satoshi, Nigel Farage's team, they are definitely looking forward to clear things up quickly. Now don't you think, Satoshi, it is so funny that the investigation only shows up now? And it is almost like the establishment knows that Nigel Farage is heading to becoming the next Prime Minister of England, isn't it?
Regarding Nigel Farage, you're suggesting the timing of the investigation seems politically motivated, implying the establishment is reacting to his potential rise. It's a viewpoint that highlights the intersection of legal process and political perceptions. We'll see what the investigation reveals.
Well, it's going to be really interesting to see what the outcome of this political theater and drama is. And in the Blockchain DXB podcast, guys, we'll definitely go ahead and update our listeners. Now, let's do one thing, Satoshi. Let's go ahead and discuss two news from Dubai, UAE, and the Middle East. Now, do you want to give a head start to our listeners regarding the first news, Satoshi?
Sure, George. The first point is all the way from the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. GITEX AI has expanded its services in Saudi Arabia with sustainability and ESG consultancy. The company recently opened a new regional office in Riyadh. GITEX AI is part of the Farnet group of companies. The move strengthens GITEX AI's long-term commitment to Saudi Arabia. The company will help businesses reduce carbon emissions and improve sustainability. GITEX AI will provide ESG strategy, reporting, and performance optimization services.
And here's the thing, guys, the focus is going to be on measurable and auditable sustainable results. And the expansion, Satoshi, supports Saudi Arabia's Net Zero 2060 target. And the strategy also aligns with Saudi Arabia Vision 2030 goals. And so far as GITEX AI is concerned, guys, They combine consultancy services with digital optimization tools, and the company aims to turn ESG and net zero goals into practical actions. Now, do you want to tell our listeners, Satoshi, what some of the key people have actually told regarding this particular news?
Yes, there are key individuals. Javiria Ijaz said the company wants to deliver real sustainability outcomes, not just reports. Muna Al-Nadi said clients will receive tools, skills, and guidance for long-term sustainability transformation. High-Tech AI's Hotel Optimizer tool helps hotels improve energy, water, waste, and carbon performance. Then there's the Carbon Tech platform, which tracks emissions, reduction plans, and ESG reporting. Waste Tech helps organizations monitor waste management and recycling performance. Companies could reduce energy use by up to 20% through audits and monitoring, and carbon emissions could fall by up to 10%, while waste diversion rates may exceed 40% with their solutions.
So definitely a powerful news all the way from the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, isn't it? Now the next news, Satoshi, we're going to be talking about is an interesting news, and this is from the Emirate of Abu Dhabi, and the news is that Sorbonne University Abu Dhabi, they have announced a strategic partnership with Sal.ai, and this is to advance AI innovation in the United Arab Emirates. And here's the thing, guys, the collaboration focuses on AI research, innovation, and knowledge sharing. Now, regarding the announcement, it was actually made during Make It in the Emirates 2026, and the two organizations signed a memorandum of understanding. Now, the partnership, guys, supports the United Arab Emirates AI and digital economy goals, and the collaboration will focus on sovereign AI and agentic AI technologies. And so far, Sal.ai is concerned, Satoshi, they will be the one who will be providing expertise in enterprise AI platforms and infrastructure, and Sorbonne University Abu Dhabi will contribute academic and research expertise. And here's the thing, guys, the goal is to accelerate the development of local AI capabilities in the United Arab Emirates, and so far as the partnership is concerned, the partnership will support AI talent development and training programs, and both organizations plan to create structured knowledge exchange initiatives. And so far as the collaboration is concerned, guys, the collaboration aims to strengthen ties between universities and industries. And regarding the partnership will help develop secure and trusted AI solutions. And the focus, guys, is on creating locally grounded AI systems aligned with national priorities. And look, guys, the initiative also supports Sorbonne University's Abu Dhabi's Year of AI strategy. And the University Sorbonne Center for Artificial Intelligence, that is SCAI, will also play a key role in this partnership. And Dr. Xavier Fresquet said that industry partnerships are important for advancing AI research and innovation. And Vikram Podwal said that the collaboration would help build sovereign AI capabilities while putting Emirati talent at the center of AI development. So really massive news all the way from the Emirate of Abu Dhabi. So these were some macro level newscasts on the Bitcoin, blockchain, cryptocurrency and artificial intelligence world from Blockchain DXB. In case if you like listening to this podcast, please click on the follow button, give it a 5-star rating and share the word across. Now let's do one thing, Satoshi. Let's go ahead and kickstart with the Ask Me Anything series, where your listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and Metaverse. So let's do one thing, Satoshi. Let's go ahead and kickstart with the Ask Me Anything series, alright?
Sure, George. Let's go ahead and kickstart the Ask Me Anything series. I'm curious to check what questions listeners have in store for us.
Cool.
Hey everyone, it's Satoshi from the Blockchain DXB podcast, where you listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, Metaverse. Larry asks, if the Fed chair is now seen as more pro-Bitcoin, pro-liquidity, do you think this marks the start of a new crypto bull macro cycle, or just political noise?
Well, the answer to that, Satoshi, is a yes and no. Now look, I'm pretty much sure because of political reasons, Kevin Walsh is now the Fed chair. Now that thing being said, Satoshi, it is also important to note that the former chair, that is Federal Chair Jerome Powell, he was also a Republican, but he was not listening to instructions that is actually given by a political party. Now you can make an argument, as the chair of Federal Reserve Board, they are not supposed to be answering to political parties. But here's the thing, Satoshi, the decisions he was making were definitely not right, isn't it? And under the Biden administration, just before the US election, he decided to go ahead and reduce the interest rate. Now, I'm not saying it was because of Federal Chair Jerome Powell, but there might be other governors who might be politically motivated, and that is precisely the reason I asked you earlier at the beginning of the episode, Satoshi, does the Federal Chair have the power to go ahead and overrule other committee members' decision? Looks like the answer to that is no, isn't it? But to answer a certain part of the question, Larry, I do feel it is just a political noise, but it's going to be really interesting to see if he does go ahead and decides to go ahead and reduce the interest rate. Now, unfortunately, in the month of April, Satoshi, inflation did actually pick up pace, and right now the inflation is at 3.8%. But here's the thing you also need to remember, this inflation is only because of Operation Epic Fury, isn't it? And as we talked about President Donald Trump's visit to China, there's a lot of stake in that. And based on my understanding, there's a very high possibility we might be getting a complete end to Operation Epic Fury. And if that thing happens, Satoshi, am I right in saying we might be seeing a drastic drop in oil prices? We might be seeing an end to Operation Epic Fury. We might be seeing the inflation going down. And if that is the case, there is a very high chance for Kevin Walsh to go ahead and reduce the interest rate as well as in it.
That's a comprehensive analysis, George. You've pointed out that while actions on interest rates can have a direct impact, the broader political context, from Fed independence to international relations, heavily influences market sentiment. It brings together economic data and political strategy, suggesting that the outcome depends on both types of factors acting simultaneously. We'll continue to monitor those developments.
We'll definitely do that, guys, and in the Blockchain DXB podcast, we'll definitely information. But here's the thing, guys, I cannot stress this enough. It is so important to go out and look at information from official sources, because look, mainstream media, they often put out completely misleading and fake news, and they are suffering from Trump derangement syndrome as well as in it. And here's the thing, guys, there's midterm elections coming up in the United States of America as well, so it's going to be really interesting to see if the new federal chair does decide to go ahead and reduce the interest rate for political reasons or for economical reasons. But in the Blockchain DXB podcast, we'll definitely go ahead and inform our listeners. Definitely an excellent question, Larry. And that's about all, guys. I'm the Ask Me Anything Cease on Blockchain DXB. In case if you like listening to this podcast, please click on the follow button, give it a 5-star rating and share the word across. Remember, Monday to Thursdays we have Blockchain DXB podcast, where we look at the process, we look at the latest technological development, we talk about different partnerships. Then, guys, we look at 2 news from Dubai, UAE and the Middle East. We look at the latest technological development. Artificial intelligence is definitely a hot topic in the Middle East. And what you're listening to right now, guys, is the Ask Me Anything series, where your listeners can ask any questions regarding Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and Metaverse. So thanks so much for listening, guys, and have a nice one. Bye-bye.